It's a fantastic weekend to look forward to.
Very fantastic weekend to look forward to.
So
yes.
Oh, why?
And
who was sending you messages this morning?
No one was sending me messages.
Are you sure? You've been
I was
reading
sending my last
smiling.
votes. I was sending my last votes.
Okay.
The Emmy Awards is this weekend.
Yes, this weekend.
Let me be the first to congratulate you, George Adu Jr. Emmy Man of the Year Communications category. The picture you took alone for the awards, it shows that you're a winner. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
That is the Daniel version of the Emmy Africa Awards.
And speaking of pictures for the award, did you see Nathaniel Atto's post? Man of style.
Did you see his suit yesterday?
Hey, Jesus is Lord. When I saw it, I started blowing tongues. I said, Labra, they broke her heart.
I said, Mr. Atto, we have to marry again. My God.
Charlie, all the best.
Wonderful weekend.
All the very best. It's tomorrow?
Yes, it's tomorrow. Let's see how it goes.
All the very best. All the very best.
Joy Sports is noted for winning awards.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we will not disappoint. But let's see how it goes. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, let's
Joy
get
Sports
into the
Center
sports.
It's brought to you by
it's brought to you by MTN. Welcome to the new world. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. FPAC blows your pain away. Multi TV, just thrills, and also Cowbell Gold, energy for winners. MTN Momo is the easiest and fastest way to do all your financial transactions. You can use MTN Momo to send money, receive money, pay your bills, pay school fees, salaries, allowances, and also pay for your goods and services at any merchant point. Observe the 3 golden rules to keep your MTN Momo account safe and secure. Keep your MTN Momo PIN safe. It's your secret. Don't give away your MTN Momo transaction details and perform all your MTN Momo transactions yourself. Keep your account safe and secure and continue to enjoy a fast and convenient MTN Momo experience. Dial *170# and just Momo it everywhere you go. Now, between now and the end of September, students of University of Ghana and KNUST can pay their academic and facility user fees at any Standard Chartered Bank branch across the country and win a lot of goodies, including iPads, flat screen TVs, branded notepads, pens, and many more. You can make your payments at any of our collection points on UG Legon Main Campus, Accra City Campus, and KNUST Main Campus when you return to school to begin your registration, or simply pay ahead before school reopens and present your slip at our campus branches to redeem your prizes. Welcome back to school the Standard Chartered way. Have a semester to remember. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And before we do, this weekend too, we got a lot of birthdays. Now, today is the birthday of Gattuso, formerly of Multimedia. And he's having a fantastic birthday party. So I'm inviting everyone.
I'm inviting everyone
to
someone else's party.
To someone else. I'm not giving you
when the person's food gets finished, you pay.
I'm not giving you the venue, that's the problem. But you are invited.
Today, me and you, we are dying together. No, today I'm following you everywhere you go. You know that.
Tomorrow, Vim lady is also celebrating her birthday.
It's a very chaotic, Vim-filled birthday. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I know.
It's a very chaotic birthday.
But let's get into the sports sector right now.
Vim lady. Let me Vim her small.
And there's a holiday coming up. Redwan will have to do his thing for us,
on Tuesday.
But coming up in the sports center, a new season begins in Italy, of course, this weekend with a focus on the world's best player, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And then Bonucci with the effort from the edge of the penalty area. And Leonardo Bonucci has stepped up with a massive goal for Juventus. Cengiz Ünder with the corner, flicked goalwards and in by Kostas Manolas. Mandzukic to the overhead, what a goal! What a fantastic equalising goal by Mandzukic. Chance to hit it right-footed, what a goal! Lorenzo Insigne for Napoli, that is a beauty. And in by Ronaldo! He writes every headline.
Also, the La Liga is getting underway this weekend, and the question is, can Real Madrid cope without Cristiano Ronaldo?
Kroos will go for it and score! An inspirational moment from Toni Kroos. And now through into the area. Costa, clear chance, sliding block, Costa again, and he scores! And it is the equaliser. And it's Diego Costa who scored it. Headed on towards the far post, and it's headed up against the crossbar. Unbelievable! Ben Yedder again. An overhead kick, it's in from Bale. What a goal! What a brilliant goal from Gareth Bale. Messi takes it down on his thigh, shoots and scores. Wonderful, wonderful from Lionel Messi. They love Messi. He's scored.
More to come, super previews on the locker room later this afternoon. But first, Ghana would not be banned by FIFA after a crunch meeting between top government officials and top FIFA officials resolved to stop a court action to liquidate the Ghana Football Association, while a normalization committee is set to be put in place to ensure football activities resume in the country. Ridwan Ibrahim Asante joins me now. So, Ridwan, what's this normalization, committee all about?
It's recognized in the FIFA statutes, especially in Article 8, where it states that executive bodies of member associations may, under exceptional circumstances, be removed from office by the council in consultation with the relevant confederation and replaced by a normalization committee for a specific period of time. So it's just for a short time.
Just a short time,
maybe ad hoc, if you like.
Ridwan, how much of a pain then is this for the executive committee, which has been disbanded?
We'll talk about that later, but George, we have to also announce that the committee will be in charge of the daily running of the Ghana FA alongside the staff. They will identify the legitimate delegates for Congress because we don't have a president of the association. We also don't have a vice president. And since the executive committee is disbanded, then we need to get ready for new elections. And also we'll conduct elections, for the Ghana FA. And also the elections will mean that they will choose a new executive committee. Also, the normalization committee will be composed of an adequate number of persons, and we know that per the statement, we understand that it will be a joint one or combined from the Ghana government, also FIFA, and then CAF will have a search in there. Now, there's the most interesting part of it. All members of the normalization committee must pass an eligibility check. To be carried out by FIFA review committee. And also the normalization committee will act as an electoral committee, and none of its members will be eligible for any of the open positions in the elections to be conducted. This is what has been replicated, everywhere the normalization committee has been set up, and I don't think Ghana will be an exception at all. And talking about the executive committee, yes, they'll be hurt by the decision because they were in court trying to hold on to power, but now that they've been cut off the Ghana FA branches or organogram, what it is that naturally they'll feel hurt by this one. But hey, their clubs have not been taken away from them. They are still going to contribute. They are the same people who will be part of the delegates. They are still going to vote. They are selling their players. They are doing business, and I think it should be normal for them.
Thank you very much, Ridwan Ibrahim Asante. Now, Information Minister Designate Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah was part of the 5-member government team tasked to engage FIFA to resolve the impasse. He spoke to Evans Smith on Top Story yesterday.
Now, the court has injuncted them. But that's only temporary. The permanent answer is that FIFA itself will appoint a normalization committee. Once that committee is appointed, they will even take over from the liaison team that is working now to assume the full functions and act accordingly, and to roll out the reforms that we have been discussing with FIFA. And in the coming days, those reforms in consultation with all of the other interested parties, club owners, GALCA, etc., all of those reforms will be rolled out in the coming days.
Were there timelines agreed to this?
They will all be announced in the coming days. This is the high-level agreement which FIFA has put out in their statement, and we are grateful to the leadership of FIFA for accommodating the Ghanaian requests and the firm positions made by the Ghanaian delegation, even to put it out at this point in time. But in the coming days, the details will come out.
What do you say to the criticism that the government has agreed to discontinue the processes only because FIFA threatened to ban us?
I was hoping that they will realize that government, as has been written in the FIFA statement itself, has only agreed to do this because FIFA has agreed that they will do that which we sought to do with the liquidation. I think it's a very diplomatic and smart way of getting that which we all desire without encountering unnecessary costs.
Now let's do more here. And the Adriana Stars will be in action on Sunday in the CAF Confederations Cup game with ASEC Mimosa. The Doma side must win the game to keep their hopes of reaching the next stage alive following what has been a difficult campaign. Their coach Kenichi Yatahashi is hopeful of clinching all 3 points.
High quality players, and we worked so hard this past week, so I'm sure that our team will play well. We'll do our best to win this match. We know that this side, our opponent, is a very strong side. So it's going to be a good match. Okay, I know that history of the club that they have won last Wednesday, and I have watched the video of the matches, so analyze their strategy as well. without any injuries. So I think we're in a good situation. And even if we had an injury during the match, we have good players on the bench. Very, very good players. Which is to make those good players work with the team.
Now this weekend, all major European leagues are back with major attention on the Serie A following Cristiano Ronaldo's move to Juventus. Today is also the transfer deadline day in Italy, and we understand the Friacqua has moved from Torino to promoted Empoli on loan. Agent Oliver Arthur, who has mastered the market in Italy, says the season will be spectacular.
The world is going to have the attention focused on Serie A this season. Ronaldo is in Italy. Ronaldo is playing for Juventus. Everybody's talking about it. Is Juventus going to win the Scudetto again? Is Juventus going to win the Champions League? The pressure is here, the attention is here, and the clubs here are not just giving up that Ronaldo is in Juventus. Juventus has the best team, so they're going to win. Inter Milan is doing a lot of purchases, putting a lot in place to be able to compete against Juventus. They are the club that everybody is looking at, that they are going to really challenge Juventus to the Scudetto this year. Getting in Langolan, getting Kodjo Asamoah, getting all sort of players to make it work. This year also, it's a very good year. We're hoping to be for Ghanaian players. We have Kevin Boateng signing for Sassuolo, Duncan also with Sassuolo. Sassuolo also want to play in the Europa League. We have Kodjo Asamoah going to Inter Milan, and we know that the coach is using him in different positions, so definitely he's also going to have very good playing time. When you come to my camp, I've been having a lot of challenges trying to move Friacqua from Torino. Next year he becomes a free agent because he decided not to sign a new contract that the club gave him. But we were able to have an agreement with Torino where Empoli paid a little money, and then they got the player on loan. And this year we are all looking to a very strong league this year.
In the Spanish La Liga, the number of Ghanaians has risen to an appreciable number as compared to that of last season. Here's George Sports Moses Yeboah with what to look forward to.
The Spanish season kicks off this weekend with La Liga entering a new era following the departures of Cristiano Ronaldo and Andres Iniesta, and with Atletico Madrid posing a huge threat to the Big Two. Lopetegui will need to quickly show he can live up to the standard set by Zidane in the Champions League while also making real contenders in La Liga. They have won the title just twice in the last decade. Messi is now the captain of a Barcelona side who have won 7 titles in the last 10 seasons and began this campaign by beating Sevilla 2-1 to lift the Spanish Super Cup. Barca will begin their title defense against Alaves on Saturday at the Camp Nou. Real Madrid start their campaign against Getafe on Sunday, with Super Cup champions Atletico Madrid traveling to Valencia.
Well, meanwhile, the Spanish top flight game will be played in the US. The first time a La Liga match has taken place overseas. Remember, it's a plan. It's definitely part of the 15-year partnership between La Liga and Mediacom de Relevant, which organizes the International Champions Cup. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, in tennis, Serena Williams suffered her worst defeat, and that was to Britain Johanna Konta. And she's been explaining that she discovered just minutes before her match against Konta last month that the man convicted of killing her half-sister had been released on parole. So that's why she wasn't able to concentrate on that. But, of course, there's also the English Premier League with lovely games coming up. There's Chelsea, there's Arsenal, there's Liverpool, there's Crystal Palace, yeah. We know there's Manchester United flying out there to Brighton. Manchester City will play Huddersfield. We'll see how all of these things go, because on the Locker Room, we'll have a special preview to everything good this weekend.
At 1:10 p.m.
At 1:10 p.m. So do join us there as we roll it. Of course, we'll see how it goes, Nana.
Right. Thank you very much, George Adu Jr.
Enter the engine room and start
yes,
praying.
please go and pray, and all the best tomorrow at the Emmy Awards.
Before we go.